Hello everyone and welcome back to CBSE Tech Talks. In today's session, we will learn how to write a Python program that converts a decimal number into binary number. By the end of the video, you will be able to recall decimal number and binary number systems, explain how to write Python code for decimal to binary conversion and test the program with different inputs, debug and fix errors if any, create program for number system conversion. Let's start with, we know that decimal numbers are the numbers having base 10. All the number system having numbers from 0 to 9 are decimal number system, while binary number systems have only 0 and 1. To convert decimal number into binary, let's take any number 25. We take 25. We have to divide 25 by 2 and we have to write quotient as well as remainder. This way we write. Keep dividing. So when you will divide 12 by 2, you will be getting 6 as quotient, remainder as 0. Again divide 6 by 2. 2 3s are 6 and remainder is 0. Again divide by 2. 2 1s are 2s and remainder is 1. Again divide by 2. This time quotient will be 0 and remainder will be 1. And we write this way. So there is no way of writing this from bottom to top. So what we will do, we will take a number as an input and we will convert into int. After that, we will be dividing and we will be finding the remainder every time. We will store that all these remainders starting from 1, the first remainder will be stored. So in this case, what we can do, we will be taking one array, any array. Array, you know that it is always in the square brackets. We will take out this. When we will divide 25 by 2, you can get quotient and remainder. So quotient you get by dividing double slash. So you will be getting quotient here. And for remainder, we divide by 2. So division will be modulus operator and you will be getting remainder. So all these remainders will be storing in list. So first remainder will store, then we will have second remainder, then third remainder, then fourth remainder and fifth remainder, and then we will reverse this string. So that will be our answer. So that's what we want. So let's move with the logic and the coding for the program. So the very first statement, that is program to convert, this is a comment statement. Using hash you can write comment so that it will help you the program for enter the value. As the value enter in Python is taking of type string, so we need to convert. So we have converted using int, explicit conversion. Now A is a list. So A equals to, it is a blank list. So nothing at the moment in the list. Now the loop will execute because we have to repeat all the steps till the last number or till the value quotient does not become 0. We have to keep repeating. So here number is taken. As long as the value of number is more than 0, we have to execute these 3 statements which are part of loop. Now what we are doing, we are getting the digit by modulus. So this is the digit. Let's take 25 only. If we go with the dry run, 25 by 2, if you will do, you will be getting the value dig and the value will be equals to 1, because when we divide 25 by 2, we will be getting remainder as 1. Now that we will be appending. Append is a function which ends the value at the end of list. So at present there is nothing in the list. So the first remainder which we just now we have calculated using dig will be appended to list. So I'm writing list here. A equals to list I'm writing here. So this one has gone here. Now next one is n//2. So this is going to give us floor quotient. So when we will divide 25 by double slash and 2, we will be getting answer as 12. Now this 12, after getting 12, again as there are only 3 statements in the loop, so it will again check the value of n is 12. So 12 is greater than 0. So again it will repeat these 3 statements. So now the value of dig will become what? 12 modulus 2. So it will be, in this time it will be 0. So 0 will be the second element in list. and that is appended. So second element is appended in the list, and the value of n will become 12 slash 2, that will be 6. So I'm writing this is n and this is g. Now again, now the value of n is 6. 6 is greater than 0, so again it will start. It will do all these three statements. Digit equals to 6 modulus 2. So when we divide 6 by 2, remainder will be 0. So this third element will be appended in the list, and then the value, new value of n will become 6 slash 2, that will be 3. Now 3 is still greater than 0, so again the loop will execute. The value of dig will become what? 6 modulus 2, that is what? Is 1. And this 1, as we are appending, so it is going to append here. 1 will be appended. Now the value of n will become, when you will divide 3 modulus, slash 2, you are going to get 1 as an answer. Now the value of n is 1. 1 is greater than 0, so once again it will do. So now the last dig will be n modulus 2, that will be remainder 1. And when you are going to divide 1 slash 2, you are going to get 0 as a quotient. So this one is added here. Okay, and now the value of n has become 0, so the condition is false. Now it will skip, it will come here. So this is a list which we have appended, and these are the elements of list. This reverse function is going to reverse the list. So the moment the cursor will move out from while loop, this reverse function is going to convert the list, and now the value of list is the reverse way. So 1 1 0 0 and 1. So this is the new list after reverse. Now after reversing, we are putting one loop because we don't want these commas to be displayed in between. So loop is in I in A. It means it will execute for all the values of list. What we are doing, we are displaying the value of I. So first the value of I will be this. In the second iteration of for loop, the value of I will be again 1. In third iteration of loop, it will be 0. In fourth iteration, again it will be 0. And fifth iteration, it will be 1. So we are displaying the value of I, and we want cursor to be there only, and nothing is there in the end. This is the character which can be inserted after the value displayed before the new value, but here there is nothing in between and, so there will be no space, and you will be getting answer as this way. So let me show you on Python ideally how it is working. Let me open. Okay, so I have opened it, as you know, so it has to be clicked on this, and let me arrange on the screen so that you can easily see it. Okay, now I have copied just as it is. Let me run. If there will be any error, we do even understand, or we even debug the programs if there will be, while copying, if there will be any issue. Now it is going to save the program, so I am going to my location, that is D drive. Wherever you are saving, you may go with. It is decimal to binary. Okay, already the program is there, so I can write today's date so that it will be easy for you. Enter the decimal number. Let's take a number 8, and we know the for 8 what is there, 1001. So the conversion of 8 is 1001. Just now if we see the example, we took 25. Let's try once again for 25, and let's see what we have done just now as a dry run. Is it coming or not? Run, click on module and write 25 here, and let's see. So 11001, that's what we got while doing a dry run. I hope it's clear to you. Now this was one way of conversion. We have one more easy way. In this case, we have not used any inbuilt function which is existing with the Python, but Python is basically not for these basic coding. It is having the other, you can say, features. So let's move to the other easiest one. So the second version of Python conversion, that is from decimal to binary, is we have one function bin. Now bin is a function which converts the value which is passed to it into binary straight away. So it will take the value which you are going to pass as a decimal number, it will convert into binary. Now when we convert into binary, we will have affix as 0 and B to tell that it is binary. So we are replacing that. Replace is one more function. We are replacing OB with nothing here. It is in the apostrophe, nothing is single quotes, there is nothing inside this. So it is going to straight away replace whichever we are getting into that zeros. Let me show this coding also in on the same. Now it's totally up to you which one you want. You want to develop logic. If you want to develop logic, go with the first version. If you have to simply try, you can go with the second version also. Let's try with both the versions. Now I'm entering 25 again for the same. Now it has given, now the thing is that it has displayed in the same line for the second function or the second version. Again I'm writing here 25. The binary equivalent of both is this way. So what we can do, we can slightly change the spacing. That is not the thing. So if you want spacing here, what we can do, we can here simply write /n. So it will go to next line. Let's see. We'll be trying this time 20. It has come, and then 20. So binary equivalent of this is 20. So we need to enter the decimal in the input statement. So before that, if you want, as we are doing more than one program in the same, you can say in the same, ideally you can simply write print. It will remove the effect of and ln of the previous program. So this is not to be mentioned when you are writing in the theory paper, but if you are using all the programs of a day in the same file, you must go with it. 15, it should give us 4 ones. Enter the number. Now you got the, in the next line, again 15, we are getting straight away 1 1 1 1. So is it clear? I'm explaining once again the bin function. So what is there? We have the same way we have read the value of variable. Okay, enter a decimal number using input command, and then using int we have converted that string into int. Now we have a function bin which will convert the value passed. It will assume this value of decimal type. It will convert that into binary, and it replaces 0b which comes initially with the bin to space. Now this I have not explained you. Let me show you once again the coding part. What we can do, we can contain this statement also, and we can have comment statement. So what I will do, I will simply copy down this, and I will make this statement as comment. As I told you, comment is not going to execute. So let's run once again. This time I am giving 19 as a number. So 19. Now enter again. So again I am giving 19. Now when I am giving 19, hold on. When I am giving 19, it is giving you 0b. We don't want this 0b to be displayed. So what we have done, we have replaced 0b with nothing. Now if I will put here some spaces, if I write here, let's take an example. I am putting here $sign. You will have an idea what is the purpose of OB. Now I am removing comment statement from here, symbol from here, and I am making this as comment statement. Run. Click on this, click on OK, and enter the value. I am entering, let's take 45 here. Again 45. Now 45, the equivalent of binary equivalent of 45 is 101101, but it is having suffix of $3 symbols. Why? Because instead of OB, which was coming in the previous program, I have replaced with the $3 symbols. So I think now it's clear why there was nothing passed as a nothing was kept in these codes. Let's see once again. Eight, we know the for 8 we have 10. Again I'm giving 8, and now it has given the right answer. I hope it's clear to you. This I have explained you with the dry run. So that how easily we can convert a decimal number into binary using Python bin function or using logic. If you want to develop programming logic, try practicing this program with different numbers. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to CBSE Tech Talks for more Python tutorials and exam focused coding programs. See you in the next video. Till then, keep coding. Take care.